So you've been working out, or what have you been doing?
Dude, I've been fucking working at Waxahachie, our land.
You're gonna have to get kind of close, by the way, just so
Oh
you know.
shit. There
Yeah,
we go.
yeah.
Okay. Let me get comfortable then. Fuck.
Yeah, let me hang on. Let me raise that up for you a bit.
How's that?
That was not too much here. There we go.
All right. Hello.
Yeah,
Test.
yeah, you're good.
All right. Bet. No, I've actually haven't been working out much. I've been going to the land every day at fucking 7 a.m., 7 or 8,
What have you been up to?
and I'm building my own house.
Shit, no way.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Right now I'm laying foundation.
So you bought a piece of land.
Okay, so this piece of land is actually my family's land, right? It's like 23 acres ish, a little more, and we've been developing it for the past year, seeing that we can make roads on it, so we can get in,
Mm.
which is something we did last week actually. You know,
Mm.
we've been building, those sheds you see at Home Depot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like those kind of sheds. We've been putting those in. We have two of them down there right now, and we go there every once in a while to trim the trees up there, or just see what the fuck we can do.
Mm. So how long have you had that property for?
This September it'll be a year, I think.
This said, oh shit, dope.
Yeah.
That's when I started the podcast.
Oh damn. Shit, I guess we were both up to something.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Um, was it the same one I went to last time with Jacob and Emily, or was it a different one?
Okay, that one is a house we have up there.
Mm.
Um, that sits on an acre, and we're renting that one out right now.
Mm.
And a little bit down the road is where the new property is.
Mm. So you
Yeah.
don't have anything on it yet. It's just you're just building it.
Almost, basically, yeah. It's classified as open land, but it's really a crap ton of trees. You know?
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. We like I said, we built those two sheds on there. We have two wells on there actually.
Mm.
They came with the property. Apparently they were for a Civil War camp,
What the hell?
right? Um,
In Texas,
yeah,
you don't really hear about that.
I know, right?
Yeah, 'cause like shit always went down like the Appalachians or like those states, Virginia.
Mhm.
But I don't hear about anything happening in Texas. That's weird.
Yeah, I know. The guy we bought it from told us that, saying that that was, I guess, a camp, like a whenever they were marching up there, whatever,
Mm.
they would stop there and continue their march.
Hmm.
So they turned that little area into a little camp,
Shit, that's dope.
right? We found weird crap in there, like there was like a bed, a rusty bed in there,
Mm.
like the frame. We found a weird sink in there.
So just like laying in the very bottom.
Yeah, just at the very bottom.
What?
Because if you can imagine it, it's like a vase. It's built like a vase,
Mm.
where the top of it is slim, but then it opens up on the bottom into like a little bowl, and it's just weird, dude. Cause I've personally never seen a well built like that. It's always straight down, and then there's like water down there. But this one, it collects whenever it rains, it collects all the rainwater from around. It seeps in there, and it's clean as hell.
Really?
Yeah. I still don't trust it enough to drink it because I have
Nah,
to test
fuck
it.
that.
Yeah, because
You see the fucking bed frame there in the
yeah,
bottom.
right.
Have you ever seen like anything dolls or any of that weird demonic
No,
shit?
hell no. I did get
God.
scared as shit though, because whenever we were cleaning it out, there was this like, it looked like a big ass anaconda, and I don't know if you remember, but I have a fucking deep fear of snakes. Snakes scare the living crap out of me.
Hmm.
It's really weird. I don't know why.
Have you always had it, or did you have an experience with one?
No,
You're
it's
like,
just, something that I grew up with actually. My dad always told me snakes are bad, never go near a snake. And every time I see a goddamn snake, I'm like, oh, goddamn. Around people though, like they're like, oh, look, this is my pet snake. I'm like, oh, nice.
ah,
You want to hold it? No,
oh.
I'm good.
You always get those weird ass like pets, and then you try eat, or like the rude dogs, and
Yeah.
they're like, oh yeah, he doesn't bite, and then like the dog's like barking at you, trying to eat, break your leg off. You're like,
Or it
ah,
charges at you.
it
You're like,
charges
oh
at you.
hell no, this is it.
I bet that's happened to you.
Oh yeah. Um, in the delivery business, uh,
Mm,
you see that crap all the time.
really?
Yeah. You'll walk into a like
Oh,
a
like
fenced
when.
off house, you know,
Mm,
and they'll tell you, "Oh, come in," but it says like in a whole bunch of signs, "Beware of dog." And you're like, "No, I don't want
no.
to." They're like, "It's fine. He won't bite you. I just have those up for show." One time though, it was true. It was just a show because out came out this little itty bitty demon chihuahua.
Oh god.
Yeah, it was napping at my shoelaces while
God.
I was trying to deliver the food, but the lady didn't say anything. So, like I said, sometimes it's just for show.
God.
Yeah.
Didn't you have that one? What was it? It was a duck you're talking about.
It's a goose named Tom at SFA. Damn, I love that goose. It naps at people.
So you first of all you named them. You named him Tom.
Yeah.
All right. Let's start out from the very beginning. How did he meet the goose?
I was by the ag pond at SFA, and I was just fucking looking at the ducks, dude. I was bored. I was like, this should be something, I can do. Watch ducks, not be bored.
Were you sober?
Yeah. I was very sober.
That was a long pause.
Okay,
That's
but
that's
I was sober at that moment.
at
I
that
felt
moment.
like I felt like I wasn't sober, but because over there you get bored as hell because it's a
Yeah.
college town.
Where do you go again? You go to SFA, right?
Yeah, Stephen F. Austin out in Nacogdoches,
For people that don't know, Nacogdoches is in the middle of fucking nowhere.
basically.
It's woods, piney trees, white trash, meth, and that's about it. It's a college town.
It's a college town
Anyway,
and it's in the middle of nowhere. You have nothing to do. There are three popular night joints. It's Bonita's, the Country Hall. Um, it used to be called Yard. I don't remember I think it's called um, some flashy, some flashy thing now.
mm,
Doesn't make sense. And the last one I've never personally been to, just because every time I plan to go, I hear it gets shot up.
what the hell?
Like I said,
It sounds like Texas.
it is Texas. It's beautiful. But the one that always gets
Getting
shot up is the like where like rap goes on and stuff. That genre music is played all the time.
You're not
So
trying to make generalizations, but I see what you're
I'm not trying to
doing.
make generalizations. I'm just saying that
Ah,
because Yard is the same way, but for some reason Yard isn't as bad as that one. Just because that one is the one that gets shot up. Yard isn't has never been shot up. You know. So don't try to say I'm making generalizations. I'm just saying the facts that one gets shot
that
up.
one of them just happened to get shot up for no damn reason.
I don't know what goes on in there. I've never been in there. I'm not trying to get shot. I have a video on Snapchat of someone getting shot.
What the?
Yeah. Well, it's not them getting
It's.
shot. It's them with a bullet hole in their leg.
I think you showed me that.
Huh? Yeah, you
You
remember?
probably did.
Yeah, she was she, by the way,
Fuck.
was my friend's roommate,
Fuck. You never hear that. It's rare when you hear that.
right?
That.
You're like, "Oh, I got shot." What? Yeah, it happened.
Yeah.
Where? At said nightclub. I'm like, "Oh, why the fuck did you go there?" You know it has that reputation. Like that's the reputation that night hall has.
Hmm.
It's gonna get shot up maybe once every 2 weeks. You just have to, guess which one.
Just like do the numbers and like the calendar. Let's see. It was shot up last Tuesday,
Yeah.
so I could go this week and I'll be good.
But then you go that weekend and you get shot.
Like god damn it.
You're like, fuck, not again.
Like god damn it.
But anyway,
Right.
so back to the duck.
Yeah, we're talking about Tom.
No, Tom, the goose. His full name is Tomothy, but he
Why
goes
the
by
fuck?
Tom.
Why the?
There's a page on him actually on Instagram.
Nah, you're
Watch. Look,
You're
it's
no,
Tom
I don't buy it.
SFA Tom.
Did he make it?
No, I didn't make it.
What?
I was telling. See, look right here. SFA Tom.
SFA underscore Tom. What? How
Yeah,
many people follow it? What the hell?
152.
Shit, it's more than my podcast. That's fucked.
Dude, a fucking goose is more popular than your podcast.
No,
How do you feel?
I do get decent views though. I made 28 cents off of this.
Dude, you make you make 28 more cents, then save it up 28 more cents, save it up 28 more cents. You can go to the fucking dollar store,
Yeah, fuck yeah. I gotta get Tom on here.
right?
Can you
Tom is
imagine? Can you
just
imagine
fucking
like he's
honking.
sitting? Yeah, can you imagine like he's sitting down and then like I give him like one of those like the Google translators, whatever. So he just like starts quacking and then it goes to his like Google Home. What is it? Google Home?
Um, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
like
little
we
like
yeah like I can
gray
have him.
thing.
Yeah, like I can have him quacking and the Google Home would translate and I can have a
Damn, what the hell would he
conversation.
say? I'm here to take over the world.
No, 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 no. He just talked about like all those college kids on acid just going up talking to him.
You know, I have yet to see somebody try to swim in the ag pond.
Really?
Yeah,
That's surprising.
right.
That's
Um,
probably all he will talk about. Like, yeah, there's this one kid tripping, and then I had to go calm him down.
but you know what the weirdest thing is? At night, like around like 2 a.m., there's this car that honks, beep beep, twice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all the animals, like geese, ducks, a fucking swan thing, all go to the fucking parking lot and get food. She just goes there and gives them food. No idea
Really?
who it is. The school knows about it, but they don't know. They don't like say, "Oh, it's this person."
Mm-hmm.
They just kind of accept it as the person that feeds the goose or the animals.
Hmm.
You know, it's weird.
Strange. It's like that small town like stereotype. Oh no, it's interesting.
Nag is full of weird things. You know,
I bet.
like let me think.
Especially because college town, really.
Yeah, it's a
Like
call.
there's some
Like
shit there.
people are always trying to do
You
something.
get fucked up, yeah.
Yeah. Let me think. What's the weirdest thing? Oh, I was walking into. Okay, don't think this is weird. I'm bored. I got fat because of college.
Yeah,
I'm
most
trying to
people.
do something. You know, trying to stay active here.
You tried running, that's what you did. You tried doing cardio.
Never doing that again. Um, I went into college weighing 198. Now I'm weighing 230.
But you said you went down, didn't you?
I did go down. I was at 240. Yeah. They tell you about the freshman 15, right?
Mm.
They don't tell you about the sophomore 30, the junior 45, and the senior 60. Hopefully I don't, do that. Because the thing with the freshman 15 is you either gain 15 pounds or you lose 15 pounds.
But there's no middle ground.
There's no middle ground. You're going to do one of the two.
I bet.
Because, especially for me, you're out of the house, you're free, right? So you
Mm-hmm.
decide, oh crap, I can do whatever I want. So NAC has a whole bunch of fast food places for that reason.
Yep.
Freshmen spend all their money on fast food, booze, anything they get their hands on. Because they're out of the house. They don't have to worry about anything. And next thing you know, you wake up in the forest, asleep, or no, because you were asleep in the forest, right? Next to some weird raccoon thing, and you're like, how the fuck did I get here? Why did my life drop so low? I'm not saying that. I know that was such a specific thing, but let me just clarify that it did not happen to me. But I know it happened. Calling you out, dude. You
And
know who you are.
oh, damn. Shots fired out here. It hasn't even been like 20 minutes into this.
Damn. It'd be like
But
that though.
do you know what happened? You want to tell that story?
Okay, so This is what I was told. I'm gonna try to tell it to the best of my abilities.
Hey, you know what? Go for it. We're just talking shit here.
Exactly. So I was with my friend at a frat house. First
Ooh.
mistake, right?
Yep.
Second mistake was, um, the frat house was like, "Hey, y'all should be our pledges," and I said, "Yeah, let's do it." I didn't. I was just there for the
Mm.
fun of it. I was bored. I do most things out of boredom.
Clearly, I haven't seen Monsters University.
I have not.
Oh, you haven't.
Yeah,
That
surprise.
that like this weird initiation thing.
The hazing is real.
Mm.
Hazing is a real thing. Um, I don't know about it.
I've read
No.
about some crazy ass stories.
Oh yeah. The thing is, if you're a pledge, you're not supposed to talk about it. I
Mm.
tried pressuring the friend, which this happened to, by the way, um, to tell me, hey, what did you have to do? They wouldn't tell me. They couldn't. They were under oath. It's
What happens if
annoying.
you break it though?
I don't know. I think you get kicked out of the fraternity. You probably get beat up. I don't know. Fraternities are weird.
They're very weird.
They're little cults, basically. But
Hi on the hikey shit.
right.
Anyways, back to your friend. This
Oh
like
yeah, this friend. We got separated at this party. I don't know where he went. You know, he went into a back room. I thought, he was gonna finally lose his virginity. But he didn't. Apparently,
damn. That's an L.
right? And I lost him. I didn't know where the fuck he went. The next day, I get a phone call saying, "Dude, I need you to come get me." I'm like, "Where you at?" "You're not gonna believe it." "Oh, just try me, dude. Come on. I need to know where you are. I don't have a car, but I can use my girlfriend's car." He was like, "Okay, drive by the basketball stadium. In the trail behind the basketball stadium, I'm there." I'm like, "How the dude, okay, if you can imagine, the house was about 2 miles away from campus,
Mm.
and the where he was a good 10-minute walk from campus. I don't know how long that is. So he doesn't have a car. He doesn't have any kind of transportation. This man walked from the house party to the trail.
The fuck?
We're not sure how he did it. Apparently, they gave him ecstasy
Ooh.
and they gave him shrooms,
That.
and he was drunk. How did he not die? I don't know. How did he not get caught? I don't know. But
I mean, the getting caught one isn't that obvious. It's college.
no, because at night there are a lot of cops patrolling
Mm.
because something's gonna happen. You know, the cops aren't stupid. Something's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna need a ride home. Somebody may have drank too much, so they need to write him a ticket for public intoxication or something. So,
Fuck that.
right?
That's why you go to Europe.
Oh, right. You went to Europe. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Where
Well,
public drinking's legal.
hmm.
Walk around at 2 in the afternoon, beer in your hand.
How do you think that would apply in the United States? How would that go?
It's just all BS, man, really. Like here.
Yeah.
Because it's just the way over there. It's different. Because over there, it's it's very weird that alcohol is socially accepted. That I'll get there in a minute, but it's just one of those like you learn as a kid. Like there's a time and place for alcohol. You know,
Mm-hmm.
as in here they just try to keep it a secret. And like no, this thing's for adults.
Yeah.
So like you said, once you go into college or once you move out, you feel like all this freedom all of a sudden. Like oh shit, I can do this, I can do that, blah blah blah, and you just get fucked up for the first few years of your life after high school or
Yeah.
after like education. Really, as in over there, they grow up with it quite literally.
So they know their limits.
Yeah, they know their limits. They know there's a time and place for it.
They don't
They
show up at a job interview drunk or
hmm
hungover.
they do day drink.
I mean, I believe it.
Yeah, it's actually quite genius. I was having a podcast. Um, it was actually it was my two friends from Germany, and we're just talking, right? And it was like what 4 in the afternoon. We're drunk. We're having a good time, right? Because that next day we're flying to Vegas. I was like,
Damn.
I was right as the pandemic started. Anyways, it's smart because the way they see it is that you day drink, right? You get off of school, off of work. It's like the afternoon. Well, you can get fucked up, right? You have a good time. You do whatever. But by the time you go to bed, you're sobering up. So when you wake up, there's no hangover.
Jeez.
I didn't even think about it that way till they said it. I'm like, fuck. And I did that, like that happened. Because I remember I had to work that next day. And like, we're here, we're having a good time, we're like drinking, we're doing all sorts of BS. And then like, I woke up that next morning, I was fine. It's like, damn, this is why they do it.
That's why they're so efficient.
It's very efficient. Like straight from work, you go home, you booze up, you have a good time, and then like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock rolls around, you start to get sober up again,
Yeah.
and that's when you go to sleep. So by the time you wake up, it's all gone.
Damn. They have all that shit figured out.
Yeah, they
If only
figured
we were
it's
like that.
science.
Can you imagine if? Huh. I wonder how the U.S. would be different like
Be
that.
very
You
different.
know? Maybe not Amsterdam though. You know?
Vegas, in a way, it's kind of like that, just because everything's legal. But Amsterdam's like the OG
Yeah.
of it's the OG Sin City. I haven't been there yet.
Really, I would have
And
figured you would have gone.
I always talk about this on here, but I haven't fucking been to Amsterdam. I need to go. I was planning to go this fall actually,
Damn.
cause my older brother's having his daughter like next month.
Oh, tell
So
him
I
I said
was
congrats.
yeah.
Am I gonna get to go?
I mean, no one gets to go. Shit.
Damn.
But I wanted to go. Like I had like a trip planned out. Like go to London, 'cause that's where he lives, and then visit a few friends in Germany. Probably go to Oktoberfest. Amsterdam for sure, but guess not. Guess stuck here.
Hooray, pandemic.
Yeah. You never finished your story about Tom though, 'cause we
Damn.
sidetracked like 20 times this entire time we
I
were
feel like I haven't
sidetracked.
told you about Tom. I haven't told you about the night that my friend had.
Oh yeah, he didn't
Look,
finish that.
we
You
need
didn't
to have a
finish the
plan
story.
here. Which one are we gonna finish first?
Fuck a plan. Well, you're talking about the friend.
Okay, let's talk about the
You
friend.
said you said that they gave him ecstasy, they gave him shrooms, and he was drunk.
Yes.
And we're talking about the patrols and how he didn't get caught.
Yeah, he didn't get caught, but he managed to walk his way over there, and according to him, he picked a fight with a raccoon over there. Because raccoons are a huge problem over there. They're little greaseball turd things, you know?
Raccoons are assholes.
Dude, yes. Who gave them thumbs? You know?
Not only that, but they like if you're gonna create a cartoon character that's a burglar,
It's a fucking raccoon.
it's a raccoon. He's wearing the little
Fuck.
mask. He has
He has gloves
he
on.
has gloves on, literally. Like he has
He
that
moves
stripe.
around at night.
He has
Come on
that
now.
striped tail. He digs in the trash.
Like, damn.
That's perfect. That's perfect
That's
crime.
villainy right there.
That's a perfect criminal. I bet.
I wonder if you could train a raccoon to break into a
Pro-
jewelry store for you, you know? I'm pretty sure they wouldn't get caught.
You could train a monkey.
You could train a monkey, but well,
I
how would
don't-
the monkey get out? You
Fuck.
know, like I'm pretty sure the monkey would sell you out, you know?
No, they don't. No, I feel like what the monkey would do, he'll just take it for itself, because it'll somehow figure out that it's valuable, and like, oh shit, yeah, fuck you, human.
Greedy bastards.
They're monkeys are assholes.
You know, I've never actually, well, yeah, except at the zoo, but something I want to do is play with a fucking monkey, you know?
Like a monkey or a chimp?
No, like it has a fucking tail, right? So it's a monkey.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see, you know, Cause you know you see in cartoons and shit like uh, Dora the Explorer, Boots. You know, Boots was my favorite fucking character off of that show. You know, I don't know why. I think it's because he could grab shit with his tail.
Yeah, I always thought that was badass. I fucked
Like
with Map.
map, dude.
Map? He
I'm the
was
map.
fucking
I'm the
goat.
map.
He was a fucking goat. He knew where he was
You
going.
know what you need to watch? Yeah, have you ever heard of Meat Canyon on
No.
YouTube?
No.
You need to watch Meat Canyon, the Dora the Explorer edition.
What?
So what this guy does is that he takes well-known cartoons or your childhood favorites and he completely fucks them up for you.
I've seen the ghetto version of Dora. I'm like, hey, what's up, bitch? We in Miami.
No.
Hey, let's turn up, motherfucker. Hey, bitch, get that fucking backpack, bro. We didn't get that weed up at this motherfucker.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm like, Boots is all drunk as fuck. Like, hey, man, what's poppin', yo?
What the hell? I haven't seen that. I'm gonna watch that. Remind
It's
me
like
to
a
watch
ghetto
that.
Dora.
No, in this one, Dora's is like a fucking cartel member, you know. And
She
Boots
got
is
like
this,
the face tats and all that.
no, she's just like
'Cause I know that-
proportionately wrong. Her head is wide as shit and like squished, you know.
Why
And
is that
she's talking in Spanish the entire time.
Hey, nah, bro. What kind
And
of Spanish is it though? Is it like that
the-
Colombian, that proper? Or is it like that ghetto?
No, it's that I'm gonna kill your family Spanish.
Estoy aquí con tu familia.
Yeah, like that, except in a woman version. So I don't know how that sounds. Estoy aquí con tu familia, or something
No,
like that.
I can't figure that out.
But
What the hell?
she's stopping Swiper. She rips off his arms. Boots rips off his tongue, and she dissolves him in a barrel of acid.
What the fuck?
Like she's saying, like in Spanish, like Swiper, te has equivocado con algo así, which means you messed up, so
Like,
you're gonna die.
Swiper, you fucked up.
Yeah. And you're
Bro, Swiper was my shit, bro.
dude. Swiper is such a good villain.
Swiper
know?
was a good. Except I don't get why they made him so obedient.
Yeah,
Like Swiper,
damn.
no, Swiper's like,
He's definitely
"Aw,
a bottom.
man." Like,
He's definitely a bottom.
bitch, like bitch, fucking, like just grab the bottle and leave. You don't
It's a
have
fucking little girl. You're a fox.
yeah,
eat her
the
or something.
foxes will fuck you up.
Dude, yes, they will.
You get like a little like a pack of foxes, whatever you call them. They will fuck you up.
Dude, anything will fuck you up if it's dedicated enough.
Nature is fucked.
Nature's fucking scary, dude.
Nature's fucking scary.
I saw this tiny ass spider chomping on a fucking big ass beetle. I'm like, how the fuck did you get it? First of all. Second of all, why are you hanging from a tree eating this fucking beetle?
Cause he fucking can.
I'm like,
He's a
goddamn.
spider. He don't give a fuck.
I did not go near that fucking spider.
Nah, fuck
I
that.
was not gonna knock it down. I
Fuck.
wanted to burn everything down.
No, I'm gonna let it. I'm not even gonna burn it down. Cause whenever you burn it down, it somehow reproduces. So now, it's like it. You gotta ask Rainy. I don't know shit about spiders.
Rainy
But,
knows
like,
about
the-
trees too.
He does know about trees. I'm gonna get him on again. But they'll do something like if they feel in danger, they'll like fertilize their eggs quicker or something like that.
What the fuck?
I don't
Nature,
know.
why do you do this?
Yeah, so like you kill the spider and then now you see like 400 baby spiders. You kill a big ass spider, now you have 400 baby ones.
And they're all gonna get as big as that big ass. Oh, fuck you, nature.
Yeah,
I love you though. You do some good
nature's-
stuff.
Nah, nature's fuck. Here's the thing I don't get about people though, cause they believe if they go out like nah it'll be fine. Like that bear isn't gonna get me. I'm a good person. Like nah.
Okay, that's
like,
just
hey,
natural
bear.
selection.
Like hey bear, hey, I'm gonna try to feed you. Here's a piece of bread.
That's just natural selection.
Bear
at
does
its
not give a
finest,
fuck.
you know?
First of all, the fucking bears run like 35 miles per hour.
What the? How do you know that?
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that. That's not
Bears-
common knowledge.
bears
Why do you
are-
have that information?
Cause
When will you need to
it's
know?
a-
Will you drive your car at 36 to fuck
Like-
with the bear?
Well, you get a speedometer, and I guess you get get it. I don't fucking know how they figure it out. I just know. I gotta know for the podcast. I just gotta have a lot of talking points. You know? But bears are fast as fuck. And then not only that, but they can climb trees almost as fast as they can run.
You know what I found out can climb trees that I didn't know could climb trees previously?
Mm.
Possums.
I bet they can.
I didn't fucking know they could climb trees.
And like big cats can also climb trees.
Cats always climb trees. You see
No,
them
I'm
in
talking about big
cartoons.
cats. I'm talking about
Oh,
like
tigers,
tigers, jaguars. Like they live or not.
pumas.
I know cheetahs live in the trees. Or like they'll
I would assume pumas would live in the trees too. 'Cause
yeah,
it's
like they'll go up there and hang out. So you're trying to run from one of those fuckers, you're not getting away.
Mm-mm.
Like you're
Did you know that fucking tigers know how to swim?
yeah, they do.
Dude, you're fucked. You know? If
Mhm.
you're ever being
Got you
chased
get
by a
close
tiger,
again.
Oh.
Yeah.
if you ever fuck with a tiger, you're just gonna die.
Yeah.
And okay,
Just most animals.
for me, people that get killed by animals like that because they were doing something
They
stupid,
deserve it.
they definitely deserve it. Like, I would probably rewind that video and watch it again just to see how stupid they were being.
I'll laugh at them.
You know?
I'm sorry, that sounds fucked up, but
No,
if
it is
you're-
very fucked up, but at the same time, you're stupid. You deserve to be laughed at.
you've seen those people that in the drive-in safaris, like they'll roll their windows down whenever they see they see an elephant or something.
And they're like,
like,
oh, hey.
They'll roll down like, here, I got peanuts for you.
And then they get fucking squished.
Yeah, the elephant don't give a fuck. It is trying to eat.
Exactly. The elephant's just trying to do its thing. Why the fuck are you
They're all
there?
trying to do its thing.
Like, I get that you want to observe the animal, but if you want to fucking observe the animal, you can do it from a far away distance.
I remember I was at the Grand Canyon whenever it was during that Vegas trip, and
Dude, the Grand
Fuck,
Canyon is
I
fucking
forgot.
beautiful.
you should only cry in two places: funerals and the Grand Canyon.
Mm-hmm. I hear
But
that.
But there were I forgot what animal it was. It was some sort of deer or something, some big ass animal. And anyways, they're known like in the evening they'll go out obviously, and
Yeah.
then like we were heading out of the park, and the next thing you know, like we see these things, right? And there was like close to the end or to the exit, there was like a group of them,
Mm-hmm.
and there was people that they get their car, they put it on the side of the road, they get off the damn car and try to get a picture of them.
Please tell me they got hit by that deer thing.
I really hope something startled them and they started running around like crazy, because I would have wanted to see that. I mean, no, I would have wanted to see I'd like to see it on YouTube, not there, because I'm sorry, I'm gonna go around your ass.
Yeah, you're gonna get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, 'cause I bet they can probably flip over a fucking car.
See, if something happened to them, they deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
They
No,
deserved
it was like a family of the animal of I can't remember the fucking animal. That's sad. But it was like a family of them,
Yeah.
and they're just like there hanging out.
Was it okay? So the people that got out of the car, was like a mom and dad and then two kids?
No, it was like random individuals.
Oh, it was just okay then. Whosever idea it was, I hope they got trampled.
Yeah, they're like trying to get up close and like squatting down, like trying to stay low or whatever. Like, bitch, who knows you're there?
Like, I would understand if it's a docile animal, you know,
Mhm.
like you see at a petting zoo. And even at the petting zoo,
You're not gonna see that in the wild though.
yeah, I mean, you'll see goats in the wild.
Well, yeah.
I don't know what the fuck, what kind of goat it is, but you'll see it in the wild. It'll still fuck your shit up, though.
Yeah,
It'll ram the
they're
fuck
also
out of you.
fast as fuck.
I think the only animal to see safely from in the wild is a fish.
Well, if it's a little fish, because if they're gonna gang up on you,
It's a little, you're on land. They can't get out unless they develop some
I'll
seaweed
just-
technology.
I was just automatically thinking of like you fall off a boat and you're stranded in the ocean.
Damn, so you can't see fish,
Yeah, they'll gang up on you.
Fuck, that's
They,
true.
They could gang. I mean, for the most part, they're peaceful. Just cause, or it just depends. Cause fish is just so generalized, you know.
Yeah. If it's a shark, piranha. Did you know piranhas won't attack unless they're really hungry?
Mm.
I didn't know that. I saw that on a
You have
video.
to provoke them.
Yeah. Or you have to be dead.
Oh yeah, if you're dead, they'll fuck you up.
Yep. But you're dead, so you won't. Well, hopefully you won't feel it, dude.
If you had to choose what you would get eaten by, what would you choose?
Hmm. Depends. Am I? Does this thing kill me on the first bite, or do I feel
No,
the
no, no, no.
entire
You,
thing?
you just you just have to pick the animal.
Fuck.
Cause some animals will kill you first, then they'll eat you. Some of them will just start ripping your gut out. Cause I know bears will do that. They'll just rip open your gut and start eating you alive.
Maybe an animal that is tactical about it. Maybe like a big cat, because you know how tigers will fucking chomp your neck and kill you, then start eating you.
Mhm.
Maybe something like that, because I don't want to fucking feel me getting eaten.
Mhm.
Oh, that's just
I'd probably go with a crocodile. Cause
they fucking slash you.
yeah,
No,
they'll just rip you apart. You're dead automatically.
yeah, they'll
You're
twirl
not
you
gonna
and
feel
shit.
shit. But yeah,
Nature,
they'll get you in that death roll.
fuck nature, you
Like, guy,
scary.
crikey. They'll get you in that fucking death roll. You're dead in a few seconds. You don't even feel it. Like, bro, enjoy me. Like, fuck. It's lean meat.
Well, I have a little bit of fatty
Well,
meat
you
on
got a
me.
little fat, but you're still good. They see you as an easy target, though. Like,
They,
humans are such an easy target.
yeah. If
First of all, we're not fast. We can't climb trees. We can't fly.
our only
We're
thing
not
is
we're not very strong. Our teeth, we have herbivore teeth. So we
okay,
can't
but
really bite
our
anything.
thing in nature and the reason we survived is our endurance. We can power walk an animal to death. If here's a pro tip. If your cat is running away from you, do not chase it. Just walk. Because they're not endurance animals. They will run for a little bit, plop down. They'll see you coming. If they see you coming in fast, they'll run away again, and then you'll get tired, and the cat will just still be around. But if you walk towards it, it keeps running away, then it's gonna get tired. You can just come in and like just pick it up. I
Hmm.
don't know why I know that. I'm
Hmm.
allergic to cats.
Hmm. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm not deathly allergic, but if I'm around a cat, which I almost all the time am, just because I like cats,
Mm.
they're really soft and cute, so I want to pet it all the time. But my eyes are suffering, my nose is suffering.
Ooh.
It's just a bad mix.
Mm.
But then dogs, on the other hand, I like dogs too, and I'm not allergic to dogs.
Dogs are dope.
Dogs are fucking dope. You know, Bojo killed a possum not too long ago.
Which one's Bojo?
This little mutt brown thing. He killed a possum in our backyard for no reason. He was just toying with it.
I know my chocolate lab has killed a number of squirrels.
Must be nice. My dog can't catch a squirrel.
I don't know. He'll literally sit there all day and stalk them.
Ugh.
I just like lay down. I've never seen them live, but I'll see them like I'll go outside and like feed them.
Mhm.
You know, like the little white ones like there waiting for his food like in the stairs. And like the other one's just like laying down. He's like chewing on something. I was like, hey, your food's here.
He's like, nah, bro.
He's
I
like,
got it fresh.
nah, this one's fresh. I like go over there. I see like the fucking like the corpse of it. Is that a squirrel? What the hell? I didn't buy you no damn squirrel.
Hell no.
No,
He's
that
like,
was
fuck you. You
that
took
was
too damn
dope.
long.
That was dope though. I was proud of him. That was like proud father moment.
Hey, at least you know you won't go hungry.
Yeah, that's true.
Shit. If it
I
comes down to it, I'll eat a fucking squirrel. I've eaten
I
a squirrel
know
before.
I know he dreams of catching a cat. The reason I know that is because we have neighborhood cats. I
Mm.
don't know if you've seen them like when you're outside,
Yeah.
like here. Yeah, we have neighborhood cats. So it's always whenever I take them out for a walk, it's always difficult trying to take them out of the neighborhood because they're just everywhere. And I know it's his dream because every time like I'm walking him and like he'll spot a cat or he'll sense one, he'll just stop and get really really hard. So I can't even like pull him because he's a big dog. He
Yeah.
probably weighs around 70, 75 pounds, something like that. So he's a big dog, right? So I have to
Mhm.
like push him, but he just won't move. He'll just stand there, and like I'll look around, like oh, there's a cat, and then I'll just try to like. Eventually he'll give up and he'll just like keep walking. But there's times like if a cat starts running, that's when it's like that's it, and it'll just like dart, like bolt towards the cat or try to.
You know, you need to bring him down to the land because we have
I should.
rabbits down there.
No, he'll
Dude,
tear that. He'll tear them up.
I want a dog down there that will catch a rabbit
Oh, I know he will.
because Bojo is a small dog.
Mm.
He's very slow. He ain't catching shit. You know? I just need him. I just want a rabbit. I want tail, maybe the foot. Then he can have the rest. Have you ever had rabbit?
Mm-mm.
It's pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah. It's it's kind of gamey. Do you know what that means? It's like,
It's like a game meat.
yeah.
Hmm.
I actually had rabbit, squirrel, raccoon, lizard, alligator.
I couldn't fuck with alligator.
Dude, alligator's pretty good.
It's
You'd be
chewy.
surprised.
It's chewy chicken, something
Yeah.
like that. But I just couldn't fuck with it.
You
'Cause
can
I love,
taste.
Cause I love alligators. So like
Why?
knowing
But
knowing that I'm.
what if you were stuck in a swamp? What would you do? You have to eat the alligator.
Oh yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm me killing the thing.
Yeah. You know?
But still, it's just like, damn.
Shit, you gotta eat though.
Those. Like they got burgers though.
Next time you have Rainy on here, I don't remember, but you should probably have him tell his alligator story.
He has a shitload of alligator stories. I know we're gonna.
No, the first one, the very first time he went alligator hunting.
Damn.
You need to have him tell that story
I'm gonna write. Hold up. I'm gonna write that down before I forget.
because that story is hilarious. Remember the first time he told it to us during class? Because you know Rainey's class was always chill. He'd always be telling stories. He'd get all sidetracked.
You know, his is the shortest episode because it was my pilot,
Yeah.
but it was the shortest one.
Really?
Mhm. Even then, it was like an hour 15.
That's short?
Yeah, that's short. That's my shortest episode.
Damn.
I'm trying to get him on for like 3 hours. I know
Dude,
I can
if
get
you
him.
no, you can definitely keep him talking for 3 hours.
Oh
You know,
yeah, hell yeah.
he has so many stories.
I'm gonna get him back.
You have to.
Mm.
Just think of it as like you should do it as your year anniversary
Yeah,
thing.
that was the plan, but well, you kind of spoiled it now. So if people listen this far, yep, that's it, exposed.
Fuck.
Nah,
I'm just that
it's-
smart
it's,
though.
It's
you
not. It's not like people are gonna listen that far. If they are, like, hey, shout out.
know? Right? Good job. You've been listening to our stories for how long?
It's been here. I'm gonna check. I don't even know.
I feel like it's been like easy 20 minutes.
No, it's been about 45.
Damn.
Yeah. But yeah, we've been talking for a minute, but you never finished the story about your friend.
Fuck. I always forget. Well, anyway, yeah, he picked a fight with a raccoon, beat it.
That's
Right.
how long we're talking about raccoons that long.
Yeah, I
What
think
the-
so.
Yeah, that's where he stopped. Then I started talking about that they were burglars.
Damn.
God damn.
But no,
I wonder how long that
He beat the
was.
raccoon.
That's what she said.
We are not in middle school anymore.
I don't
We are
give a
both
fuck. That was-
respectable adults,
I
but
don't-
that was a good
I
one.
don't give a fuck. That was funny. I really hope someone's listening to this
Right?
far, 'cause this is good.
But anyways, if you are listening, you should know that he killed the raccoon and bit it. Like he.
What?
Oh, you know what it reminds me of? That
No. You're gonna finish the story.
No. It's relevant. I promise you, it's relevant. Have you ever watched Beer Fest, the movie?
No.
Dude,
I'm
well, if you're still listening and you've seen that movie, remember that scene where I forget what his name is, the Indian guy, wakes up naked next to a deer, covered in blood. Picture it like that. This guy was just like that. He had not eaten, but eaten the raccoon, you know?
Mm.
And that was his great story. He even brought the raccoon out to prove it.
What kind of white trash shit is?
How'd you know he was white?
Really?
Yeah.
I took a bite out of a fucking raccoon. You're in Nacogdoches, Texas.
Okay, but
Is
he
he
wasn't
gonna
from Nac.
Yeah, but still, is it gonna get any more white trash than like, hey, get a raccoon?
I mean, it does get pretty white trash down there.
Oh yeah, no shit.
You know, The apartments I'm living at right now that I moved into is full of crackheads. You'd be like, I'm not playing. Crackheads are everywhere because it's 5.99. They made sure to specify it was 5.99 and not 600 because that dollar makes a difference, you know.
Mm.
It was 5.99, all utilities paid, and rent included and everything, right? So you can use up as much water as you want, as much electricity as you want. They were still going to charge you 5.99. And
Dope.
right, this place is cheap as hell, which means that the rooms are small. The service is crap, like maintenance. We've been having this weird bathroom thing happening where I guess whenever they shower or they flush, water leaks into our bathroom. It's fucking disgusting. I've been trying to get it fixed for the past, 2 weeks, and they haven't done shit. I hate y'all. I hate you, maintenance guy that lives in room number 4. I know where you live. But,
Damn.
yeah, so he, no, this apartment complex is full of crackheads that will straight up walk up to you and be like, hey, can I have $1? For what? Crack.
All right, at least they're being
At
honest.
least they're being, I'll give them that. They're being honest. But, come on. Why crack? There are so many other drugs you could do. Crack will ruin your life.
A lot of them will. Alcohol will.
Yeah, that's true. It is a
That's kind
depressant.
of that's kind of where I was getting like the point I was talking about earlier. I just don't understand how alcohol is socially accepted.
Oh, I forgot you said that.
Yeah.
I completely forgot you said that. Damn.
See, I'm good at this. I'm good at this podcasting.
Yeah, I guess. We just have to
Nah,
have a main point at some point.
I mean there is no main point. That's the point of it.
It is a boring podcast, though.
Yeah. But yeah, I was talking about I was thinking about it today that it's just like that. It's just first of all, it's a boring drug because you don't really feel much. If you think about it, you just feel woozy,
Okay.
and then you can like for a lot of people, you usually get very aggressive, which like what's the point of that, you know?
Yeah,
And not only
the three types.
not only that, but it'll usually fuck you up the next morning. Somehow, like some way, some form, it'll fuck you up. Like you're gonna feel like drowsy, nauseous, diarrhea, chorro.
I remember my first real hangover. Like, real hangover. Before, I would drink and I'd feel fine.
Mm.
But my first real hangover was horrible. I cannot stress how horrible this hangover was. I felt sick. I felt nauseous as hell. I couldn't eat anything. Bright lights messed me up, you know. Typical hangover stuff.
Mm.
But you have to remember this was my first hangover and it was not a pleasant memory. The only way it was cured was my friends dragged me out of bed at 4 p.m. Remember that, 4 p.m.
Mm.
and took me to a restaurant to eat. I didn't realize after eating you felt a little better. I threw it back up, but, I felt a little
Yeah,
better.
it's 'cause now the stomach has something else to digest.
Yeah. I mean, I did start drinking on an empty stomach, which was probably not a good idea.
Yeah. So what happened?
With what? The
The
hangover?
hangover.
Yeah, I couldn't move for an entire day. I missed class.
What'd you have the night before?
Fuck, what did I
Like
have?
you're trying to think of.
Tito's vodka,
Titos.
which is a really good
Yeah, it
vodka,
is.
you know.
Mhm.
I got not the 750 milliliter, I got the 1.5 liter jug.
That's the only non-Russian vodka I'll fuck with.
Yeah,
Or like non-Scandinavian vodka.
it's pretty good, like I
Mhm.
said,
Yeah, it is. Shout out to Tito.
right? They got that jug, and we went to a party, and they were all drinking beer, you know,
Mhm.
which is a good drinking thing for a party, but I okay, wait. I only like certain kinds of beer. I'm picky,
Mhm.
you know. Like Dos Equis, I'll drink it.
Yeah.
Corona, I'll drink it. Bud Light, I hate it. I
Yeah,
hate Bud Light.
American beer is shit.
Yeah. Tecate, depends what day it is. You know, how I'm feeling that night. Something that I'm ashamed to say that I drank at school was that Natural Light or something like that.
What the
You know that white trash beer you see at the
hell?
store that you get like a 40 pack for like $10,
Get a 40.
right? It's the most disgusting beer I have ever had, but it does the job. You know, after like what, 8 or 9 cans, you start feeling it. But that's what over there. Those are our shotgunning beers.
Oh God.
Yeah, shotgun. That's the first time I ever shotgunned in college. You know?
I can't do that.
Really? Dude, it's so easy. All you have to do is. This is gonna sound like I'm describing a blowjob.
You gotta say it. You gotta say it.
You open your throat. You relax. You take a deep breath out, and before you breathe in, you chug the beer. You chug the beer. Damn it. That sounded so dirty. I'm so ashamed.
I'm dying.
I'm so ashamed of myself. But yeah.
I guess now you know, ladies.
Take notes, damn
or
it.
men. Equal opportunity here.
Yeah. Equal rights. Equal fights.
So we're talking about, you were drinking, what's it called again?
Tito's vodka.
No, the beer.
Oh, Natural Light.
Natural, what the hell?
Like I said, don't ever drink it unless you're gonna shotgun.
Sounds whack.
It's white
So
trash.
you did that and what else? Tito's, that, whatever.
No, they were
Light.
drinking that. I didn't drink that
Oh,
beer.
okay,
I only
good.
drink those at the fraternity parties. But it's free beer. You gotta take it. You know.
I guess, but still, damn.
I was only drinking Tito's vodka.
I'm like, I'm traveled. So I get picky.
Okay, but at a
You're a
frat,
broke college student.
and you're broke, you drink what you can. You know, if they
True.
offer it. Some frats are very picky about it. You know, like what was there? What were they called? Theta Chi. Theta Chi. I went to one of their parties, and they refused to let. Like they were like, I guess they have that strict rule of bring your own beer. You know. And a buddy had told me that's in Theta Chi. Hey, you can go ahead and grab a beer. I literally walked over, and as soon as I opened the fridge, another guy came, slammed it shut, and said, "Who are you? Why are you drinking my beer?"
Ooh.
And I was like, "God damn!" He just told me I could grab one. He's like, "Who?" Then he looked around. It was one of the main guys. He was like, "Oh shit," you know?
Oh shit, go ahead, pal.
Yeah, right. But I was like, "Damn, what's going on?" But then I saw why.
Mm-hmm.
Literally outside the frat parties, there are cops just waiting for people,
Ooh.
right?
Uh-huh.
So if you get caught drunk driving, it's over for you.
Mm.
Instant, ticket. They pull you over right then and there. They see you walk to your car, get in your car, and as soon as you ignite the engine, they turn on their lights. Yeah. I
That's
know a
rough.
thing or two because I've seen a thing or two,
That's rough.
right? But luckily, I'm a good child. I don't do that stuff. I only get
Yeah, fuck
drunk off
that.
my ass.
Get an Uber.
right.
Fuck drinking, driving.
If you drink and drive, you're whack.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, like.
you're putting so many lives in danger.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, 'cause I know my limits.
Yeah.
I know when I'm like, I know I can drive when I'm high, just
Yeah.
'cause I'm focused. But even then, there's a certain point where I'm way too fucked up. I'm like, nah, I need a minute to like go down a bit.
yeah,
So like, I'll chug a shitload of water and then like, all right, I'll probably make it home.
But I have to be careful.
I have to be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause my truck has that cruise control thing,
Mm-hmm.
so I have to like set it up right at the speed limit, like not one over, not one under, like
Yeah.
right at it, and just focus on the line.
Nice.
And
No, my truck doesn't have that cruise control thing because it's a standard.
mm,
You know.
oh,
So that's why I don't do anything stupid like that.
yeah.
Or not stupid because sometimes you don't have a choice.
Mm,
But I just, if I know I'm gonna be doing something I'm not supposed to, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna crash at that guy's house. You know.
yeah.
If he isn't okay with it, I'll be like, look, dude, if you can, then can you just give me a ride? I'll come pick up my car in the morning.
Mm.
You know, because I don't want that on my record. You
Yeah,
know,
fuck that.
I want to get into med school one day, hopefully. You know,
Mm.
med schools. If you're hearing this, please let me in.
Well, after these stories, probably not.
Damn. Ignore everything you've heard in the past. I am a good student. I've only been on academic probation once. So please help. Please let me in.
What are you trying to do with that?
I want to get into med school, specialize in cardiac, heart.
Mm.
Hopefully, my lifelong dream has been be a cardiac surgeon, a heart surgeon,
Damn.
and that's been my
You get
like.
to play with people's hearts.
Damn.
Play's gotta play.
Right? If anything, I'll be fixing hearts after heartbreak. Literally.
Literally, shit.
I'll be giving them new hearts. I'll be playing Cupid. I'm not gonna be giving my heart because that's dangerous.
Like, no.
Nah, I need this one. But you can have this guy that died in a car crash.
Just go to the Amazon. Like, buy organs from them.
You're talking about the black market.
Yeah, you can go there. Go to Silk Road. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Silk Road. I was gonna buy an AK off of there.
Were you really?
Yeah. But then I got scared because I thought they were gonna use it on me, so I just kind of backed off.
Yeah, fuck that. See, if I'm gonna get a gun, it's gonna be like someone I know, someone
Yeah.
trusted. 'Cause you know where the fuck you don't know where they've been, like if they're even robbed.
Right?
'Cause isn't that a felony?
Oh no, that's a big felony.
That's-
In possession
yeah,
of
it
a
is.
firearm that has been stolen is
Mhm.
a big felony.
Like fuck that.
I want to get a gun, maybe.
Do you? Yeah, you own some, right?
I own one right now. The rest were sold.
Mm.
I own an M1 Garand Springfield Army Edition. That thing killed Nazis,
Shit.
right? I got it off this guy named Gary, my neighbor.
Mm.
He is cool. This man is a World War II vet. And in his ranch, because he also has a ranch, he has a truck with a mounted fucking machine gun. Right? This man does not care. How did I find out there was a mounted machine gun on his truck? He told me to climb into his truck and drive. He had a tarp over it, and I was like, "What's that, Gary?" He's like, "Don't worry about it, just drive." Did you hear that southern twang?
Mm.
But he was like, "Just shut up and
Don't worry about it.
drive."
Start driving now. We'll get in a minute.
Yeah, pretty close. So I'm driving, right?
Mm.
I see the tarp fly off, and I see that,
Oh,
that
god damn it.
and I start hearing some fucking doo 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 doo. I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" He's like, "Relax, just keep driving."
Yeah, just keep driving. There's nothing to see here.
This man is insane. You could see the impact of the bullets in the dirt. You could see dirt flying everywhere.
God damn.
I was
Were you
like,
at
"Oh
his
my
ranch?
god!" Yeah,
Oh, still.
he has this huge ranch. Fuck, he has a name for it. What the fuck? I don't remember what his ranch is called.
America.
But this man is fully stocked with any kind of weapon you could think of. You go into a room. Think of those movies where you see rooms with
Mhm.
panels and guns everywhere. That's his house.
Damn.
You walk into the room and you just see panels of fucking guns. Panels of guns.
So you're describing him as the word America.
America.
That's
Yes.
that's what he is.
That man is the most American person I have
No,
ever
not
met.
American.
No, American
American.
person. And he hunts deer, but he can't eat the deer. He packs it up, saves the meat, freezes it, but he can't chew it. He doesn't have teeth. It's so sad.
Damn. Like
But
one day I'll get a teeth. I'm damn well enjoying one of them deer I killed. I was hunting.
so whenever he, does have meat, he gives it to everybody around in the neighborhood.
Oh, it's dope.
Yeah, he feeds people. This man is an American hero. American hero.
That's dope.
Hmm. But he's a good guy. I bought that M1 Garand off of him. It works beautifully. I want to get this. I want to see if he's gonna sell this another M1 Grand that is a short. It has a shorter barrel for getting in and out of tanks. Yeah, you heard that right. Because the one I have is too clunky to just jump out of a tank and start shooting. So these barrels are made to be shorter, but still effective.
So you want to be inside a tank when you're shooting one of those.
Yeah. Am I ever gonna be inside a tank? Probably not.
I mean, we do it in the Cybertruck.
Oh right, you are getting that Cybertruck.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's still. Oh no, it's been delayed. I'm sure.
I mean, sometime 2022, hopefully. I'll probably be rich by then.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe this podcast will finally take off.
Either this podcast or other stuff that I'm working about.
Yeah, hopefully. Maybe like that real estate thing you were trying to do.
I don't know, it's been getting there, but it's been interesting.
Yeah. But, anyways, let me talk about Tom again.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about Tom.
Yeah, you can't forget about Tom. That's the main. This is the main. He's the main star. Tom
Like,
is the main star.
It's been an hour. We're just getting back to Tom.
Fuck, I'm sorry, Tom. Please don't come after me at night.
He probably is gonna fuck you up. It's gonna be all this.
That's another reason why one of the fraternities wanted me as a pledge. Because of Tom.
What?
Because Tom...
Just start from the very beginning and then we'll work to the pledge.
Okay, fine. So, I met Tom whenever I was staring at the lake, trying to watch ducks, because I heard that's what white people do, So I'm like, okay, I should try it. I didn't like it, by the way. So I start whistling. Trying to relax, get in the zone. Right? I was,
Try to do one of those.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that loud taxi calling whistle. But no.
And you gotta turn them on.
I started doing that whistle that I used to call my dog.
A dog whistle?
A dog whistle, right? Mm. And the fucking goose just starts swimming towards me. I'm like, did I just piss it off? And then it's wagging its tail and coming towards me, jumps out of the water, starts walking towards me. Right, I'm like, what the fuck do I do here? I've heard geese have teeth, and it is scary. It is horrifying. Have you seen them? They have teeth on their fucking tongues.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It's so scary, dude. I'm mentally scarred. But anyway, Tom. He walks up to me and just kind of starts nipping at the grass. And I'm like, what the fuck do I do here? So I don't know why I started snapping, but my next instinct was to start snapping. And he started walking towards me, and I was like, what the fuck? But I was like, I can't back out. I can't look like a little bitch, So I start walking towards him, too. And I start putting my hand out, right? And his fucking head just kind of nudges my hand. I'm like, oh my God, we're best friends. So I literally with the goose, I pick him up, He lets me pick him up. I pet him all the time. I go out there and feed him bread, which is probably not a good thing.
Mm-mm.
It's whole grain though. It's whole grain. It ain't white bread. But, so at this fraternity thing, they were having this. They were painting the rock, right? There's this thing called a spirit rock. If you're in a club, you're gonna paint that rock at some point. There was this time whenever Trump was 2016-ish, where they were he was going for president, right? Then we graduated high school, it was 2018. So then somebody decided to spray Trump 2020 on it. You would not believe the outrage that I got from the students. Ooh. Someone literally went up there and tore off years and years of paint off that spirit rock.
Damn.
And when I say years of paint, I mean everybody resprays that rock every time.
Mm-hmm.
So there are coats and coats and coats of paint on that rock. And some fucking dumbass, instead of just respraying it, went up there and tore it off. Yeah, it was annoying. Whoever it was, you did a bad thing. I'm gonna find you. But anyway, that fraternity was doing a spraying thing at the rock. They were gonna guard it all night for something. I don't remember what. And Tom starts coming up and starts attacking everybody. And they're like, "Oh my God, watch out! There's a fucking goose." And I say, "Oh guys, relax. It's just Tom." He's like, and the president was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Yeah, I named him.
No. That's probably was like, bitch, you named it?
Yeah, they were like, "What the fuck? What do you mean, Tom? Who the fuck is Tom?" I'm like, "The goose." He's like, "What the fuck?" So I'm like, "Yeah, no, look, Tom." And I started whistling. And so Tom relaxed. And I started snapping. And I walked behind Tom and picked him up. And everybody was like, "What the fuck? He just picked up the fucking goose. What the fuck?" And I was like, "Yeah, look, it's Tom. He's pretty chill. We're friends." And because of that, they said, "Dude, you need to rush with us." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Never did. Was not going to. Because I like the idea of brotherhood, but not that much, you know? Like, I have my limits, and that's past my limit, you know? But yeah, so they tried picking Tom up and Tom bit them. It was pretty funny. But yeah,
Why does that sound like the best shroom trip?
dude, honestly,
That entire thing from like you meeting the duck and then you see like some random beings from another universe.
you know, every time I tell that story, I'm pretty sure people think I was on drugs.
That's a fucking shroom trip that right there.
Yeah, people always think I'm on drugs when I tell the story. I'm like, no.
That's a shroom trip if I've ever seen one. If first of all you're talking to a goose and then you fucking name it, and then you go out to like some weird, like, what do you call it? Like a worship thing? What do they call
the fraternity spraying rock thing?
Yeah, that's like a.
It's a tradition.
No, that's like a worship. Fuck, what do you call that? Like cult? The ceremony.
Oh, initiation, I guess.
Something like the ceremony. Well, yeah.
I know what you were talking about.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everybody else does.
Yeah. But you go, like you're sitting out by the lake. You're thinking about shit, and then this goose. You do some weird noise. This goose comes up to you. Next thing you know, y'all are best friends. You name it Tom, and then next thing you know, next thing you know, you're like at this weird cult ceremony thing, and then like the goose shows up again. Like that's a fucking trip.
Dude, like I'm telling you, I promise you I was not on drugs during this entire thing.
That's fine.
I would have made that SFA page for Tom, but somebody took it from me after I introduced him to Tom. I don't know who it was, but that was really rude. I named him. How dare you take his name from me?
You didn't trademark it.
I should have
trademarked it.
Damn, I should have trademarked it. That would have been very, very wise to do.
You had something you wanted to talk about at the very beginning. It was literally right before we started recording. You remember that?
What was it?
I'm gonna bring it up, but I want to like remember if you remember what it was.
Dude, you're gonna tell me. You know I'm stupid.
Damn. We're talking about the Mormons.
Oh, the Mormons.
Like, that's welcome to the next hour of this episode. Brought to you by the Mormons.
So, let me tell you how I met the Mormons.
Alright, first of all, how long was this? How long ago was this? Because this is fairly recent.
Yes, it was very recent.
How recent was it?
Before the pandemic happened. I stopped talking to them after the pandemic.
So like February?
It's like February-ish.
What is
But
that?
it had been going on since the beginning of the fall semester.
Mm-hmm.
So I was with the Mormons for easy 6 months. Learning their ways.
Alright, start from the very beginning.
Okay.
Oh, it's getting good. You're getting comfortable.
I have to get comfortable for this story. So, it all started at SFA 250, which is an internship class. My internship was at the Nacogdoches Treatment Center. Shout out to y'all for treating or not treating, but I guess providing care for people with Alzheimer's. You know, really good place. Um, the staff is very nice. They're always looking for volunteer help, which is why I decided to what's it called internship there, because first of all, Alzheimer's really interested me because it's a disease we don't have a cure for.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, and I started going there every day after class, and every Thursday, I think it is Thursday and Friday, a pair of Mormon chicks would walk in. Yeah, and let me tell you, when I say Mormons, I don't know what y'all are doing, but y'all have some fine looking people in y'all's religion.
That's true.
Like, have you ever stopped and looked at the Mormon faith as a just people? It's
You always see him as a cult.
Yeah, you see them as a cult, but whenever you stop and just look at them, they're so beautiful. You know?
You ever been to Utah?
No, I've never been to
We'll
Utah.
get there in a minute, but go on.
Yeah, they're so beautiful. If you could think of the perfect white person, that's them. You know? And like their features are soft but sharp. You know? Like, they don't look threatening.
Mm-hmm.
They look like they're gonna invite you over for a cup of tea.
And they do.
And they do. And it's crazy
That's
how
the
nice
weird,
they are.
That's the weird part. Like, fuck, you're actually gonna invite me over. Fuck.
They're really nice people. You know? So I started talking to them. I was like, oh, hey, y'all, what's up? At first, they were not going to introduce me to anything because, I had told them, I was Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, oh, yeah, it's fine. We get it. We respect that. And we were just coworkers for a little bit, I guess, But then one of them wanted to learn how to speak Spanish. And I said, oh, I could teach you, What do you need it for? Oh, to teach people that only speak Spanish the Book of Mormon. I'm like, the Book of Mormon? He's like, yeah. It goes hand in hand with the Bible. I'm like, really? I didn't know that. Apparently,
Like, here, let me take a look.
apparently the Book of Mormon has verses that that go hand in hand with the Bible. So if you read one verse, you'll see like a little quotation thing to refer you to the Bible. Yeah. I didn't know that. It was very weird for me. And well, these nice Mormon girls were like, "Oh yeah, we just need you to teach her how to say it, how to pronounce it, cuz she has a vague idea." And I said, "Sure." So we met up at Taco Bell with my girlfriend Amanda. And we show up. She starts saying, okay, so how do I say this? How do I say this? And I'm teaching her. And as a joke, I said, so when are you going to start teaching me this stuff? As a joke.
Oh.
They took it seriously. And they said, oh, we can start right now.
Here we go.
I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, no. I need help. And so they started teaching me their first teaching of the Mormon book. Right?
Which is?
Who is Joseph Smith, I think, which is the founder of the Mormon faith.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what his name was. If any Mormons are listening, I'm sorry if I chop that up. I'm pretty sure it was Smith.
I'll just get one of them on the podcast. Talk about Mormon.
Yeah, you should get the. Okay, so here's an interesting thing too. The girls are called sisters. Sister blank.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And the boys are called elders. They're not called brothers.
Really?
Yeah.
Why's
Which
that?
also was weird. I was like, why? They said, oh, it's just a thing. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess. So these guys, the girls go on missions, which means they go teaching from fucking Utah all the way down here, right? And they'll go on teaching for, I think, 18 months to, grow their faith in Mormonism, right? And I didn't know that, obviously. This was all brand new to me. And I feel like it's something people need to do. They need to, if they've never experienced a different religion than the one they grew up with, they need to experience a different religion.
Really?
Yeah. Because for me, I saw a lot of similarities in the Mormon religion and my religion. So oh, and I also went Muslim for a little bit. I studied that for a bit.
Really?
There was no reason for me to. I just did it cuz
Yeah.
why not? And it gives you a better view of people's beliefs. You can see where people ended up getting one thing and transcribing it into their ideas, and other people grabbing their ideas and stuff like that. But they always focus on one thing. At least the ones I did, which is God, right? And it makes you wonder, why did they, split off into so much, Why is there so many different religions focusing on one guy? But anyway, that's philosophy, and we're gonna get back to fucking with Mormons, right? And so these Mormon girls, they were so nice. I honestly enjoyed my time with them, but I wasn't interested in becoming a Mormon like they thought I was. And they wanted to teach me everything that they could. They wanted to get me baptized. Have you been baptized
Technically, but it
as
was
a
when I
Catholic?
was
Right?
technically, but it was when I was like a baby. So
Yeah. Do you remember how you were baptized? Did they just pour water on your head?
I don't fucking remember. I was like
Okay. Well,
one probably.
whenever I was baptized, they poured water on my head.
Yeah, it's more or less when like how they do it.
Yeah, but I didn't know that in the Mormon church they have this special room. It's basically a pool, and you walk in, and they dunk you, your entire body. Yeah, I saw, and you have to wear white. Like they give you white clothing to wear, like jumpsuits, really. I'm like, oh, this is new.
Very specific.
Right? Like, I understand wearing white because it symbolizes purification and washing away your sins. Like, whenever I was baptized, I wore a white tuxedo. It had to be formal, right? But no, not them. They wore jumpsuits. And I was like, oh, goddamn. And in some Christian churches, they do the same thing. Which makes you see, again, similarities between the two religions. But, anyways, back with the Mormons. We would meet once a week, or maybe something like that, right? And we sit down and they'd be like, oh, so have you been reading the Book of Mormon? That's always their first question, because they give you a free copy of the Book of Mormon, because they hand them out as much as they can, right? They're trying to get the word out that this is their faith, this is what they believe in, please believe in my faith. And every time I tell them yes, but in reality, no. I honestly just kind of quickly scrolled through something, found a verse, and was like, this is perfect, I can do this, And I'd BS my way through the lesson.
Yeah, kind of like what I did in school.
Kind of like what everybody did in school. Public
True.
education is a joke.
True.
But anyway, these really nice Mormon girls, I honestly feel bad for, wasting their time, but at the same time, I liked it because I guess I learned a little bit. And, like when they die, they don't believe that they're going to go to heaven or hell. It's this long process that goes on that is, to me, I feel like is nice, you know,
Mhm.
because I feel like if there is heaven and hell and you die, you get judged for what you did in life, right?
Mhm.
So you either go to hell or you go to heaven. Where am I going to go? I don't know. I still have hopefully 80 more years in my life, hopefully more. No, actually no, I think I want to die at 100. You know,
That's a good age to go.
that's a good age. If I live any more than that, I'm just going to be bored.
True.
But and a lot of health problems. But no, they believe that when you die, you go to this like I want to call it the best I could compare it to is purgatory,
Mhm.
but it's not purgatory. It's
It's
more
like
like
different levels, right? Or purgatory, something like that.
yeah, but for them, it's it's just like here basically, just in the spirit world where they all the good people try to teach the bad people their ways, the right way, right? Until, Jesus comes, the second coming or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? And from there, you're judged. Judgment Day happens, if I remember correctly. And you go to one of three places: celestial, telestial, and somewhat. I forget what the last one is. Or if telestial was the last one. It's been a while.
So
If
it's
you,
been three. It's
it's
three
three
different
places.
levels.
You know,
Levels. Mhm.
so you want to get to the celestial one apparently, where that's with like you're with God, you're free of sin and something like that. You're living your life to the best abilities. The second one I think was the moon, right?
Mhm.
You want to if you couldn't get to A, you want to get to the moon. The last one was the stars. And apparently that's like bad. That means you didn't do a very good job. So you're
Mhm.
just kind of floating with the stars, you know?
Mhm.
But what I like about that idea is in that spirit realm, you know, you have a second chance to make up for what you did while you were alive.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's just heaven or hell, you don't have that chance. You just kind of burn in hell,
Mhm.
you know? So,
That's interesting.
right?
Yeah.
It's different. Like, I don't know about you, but I grew up with just heaven and hell.
Yeah. That's what I grew up with.
Yeah. And, shit, it's kind of, you stop and think about it.
That's kind of why I stopped really in the faith, like
Yeah.
practicing Catholicism, just because it wasn't, or I didn't see it right, that in a way they scared you. They
Yeah,
try
they
to scare
scared
you
you.
straight,
Yeah.
as in, oh look, this was gonna happen, and if you don't do your confession, if you don't pray, if you don't do this, it was all. It was
Very
basic.
strict.
Yeah, it
It
was
was
all
by the
very
book. You
strict.
couldn't break it.
Mhm. And then yeah, there wasn't even any. And then for example, me, like I don't give a fuck. Especially right now, like I'm young, I want to do shit, do whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna have a good time, cause I don't know if I don't know how long I have here. I might as well.
Make the best of it.
Yeah, exactly. And then it was really more fear that they gave you. I never got
That warm
like
feeling.
that warmth, like God loves me, or like that sort of thing that they claim, because they would always talk about like, yeah, if you don't do this, you're gonna go to hell or whatever, or if you break this, or if you do this, whatever it is. It was always heaven or hell. It's always a consequence or a price.
Yeah, exactly.
But it wasn't any of that. Like no one ever talked about purgatory, and I was always interested in that because I know like obviously I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be the perfect Christian, but I'm not gonna be a shitty person. I'm gonna try to live life as best as I can. I'll try to help people out as much as I possibly can.
You'll live by your morals,
Yeah,
basically.
basically. And I just didn't get that idea of why am I gonna be punished because I didn't have time for this Sunday because I was having a meeting with so and so.
Yeah. If you think that Catholic is strict, you should see, fuck, what was it called?
Islam.
Islam. Yeah.
Islam's very strict.
Very strict.
That's really just religions in general. I try not to get into them
Yeah.
Because they're very strict. I don't really see the point in them.
Like I said, I feel like for people to have a better understanding of stuff, they should study different religions, not
Mm.
stick with them,
Just
but
study.
study
Yeah,
them.
I'll read about them and stuff, but I don't really
Because
experience them.
I mean, you should. I feel like you should experience them, even a little bit. You know,
Mm.
like my experience, quote unquote, with Mormonism.
Mm.
I saw how inviting they were, how nice they were. I was like, damn, that's a really good feeling, you know,
Mm.
of being wanted, you know, and it amazed me that these Mormon girls would leave their homes for those 18 months because they believed what they were teaching was true, you know?
Mm.
Because if they didn't believe that, why are they doing it? And these girls literally went everywhere together. They could not go anywhere without being with their companion.
Mm.
Everything they had to do together.
Was it like a pair or was it a group?
That's a pair.
Mm-hmm.
You're always gonna see them in twos.
Just like the nuns.
Yeah, basically.
Hmm.
And it's to hold each other accountable. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And I think it was every month, one of them would leave, one of them would stay, and they get a new companion. And I think the one that had the biggest impact on me was probably Sister Fletcher. Sister Fletcher, I don't know if you're ever gonna hear this, but your shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. You did great. I'm not getting baptized. I'm sorry, but you know, I just wanted to know what Mormonism was.
Hmm. What was that about though?
Hmm?
Why her specifically?
Because she honestly fought for, for me to start believing in Mormonism. Like she genuinely wanted me to believe what she believed.
Mm-hmm.
And she would start comparing everyday life and how I could incorporate Mormonism into my life. What I should do to incorporate it, why it's such a good idea for me, how it would help me in life. And honestly, if she wouldn't have left, I may have started thinking about, being Mormon. You know?
Mm.
That just to show you how dedicated she was.
Really?
Yeah. Like she was definitely one of the most dedicated people I had ever met when it came to faith.
Yeah.
But what I like to do with the Mormons too was because remember it wasn't all just they were teaching me because I had to talk too, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So what I would do was I tried to figure out what kind of people they were, like the individual. I wanted to know who they were, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And they were really cool people that I was meeting. Interesting people that I feel like if people see Mormonism as a bad thing, they're bad people, yada yada yada, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're coming to your door, they're knocking, they're being annoying, right? People hate people knocking on each other's doors. I don't know why. But they need to I feel like those kind of people need to open up their minds a little more to see that religion, not just that religion, but see if they can base their lives a little bit like theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Because if me personally, if I could live kind of like them, I'd be perfectly fine. They help each other out. They don't reject anybody for any kind of reason. They believe that everybody is equal. Nobody should be left out. They think that they're basically trying to make the world perfect, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that they're doing their part to make it perfect. They're out there volunteering. They're out there working like the Alzheimer's place, you know? They're not doing that just because the religion is telling them to. You know? They're doing that because they genuinely believe it's their duty to make this world better.
Mm.
And that's what my biggest takeaway from the Mormons was they're genuinely trying to make this world better.
Hmm.
That's why I enjoyed my time with them, even though I kind of didn't pay attention to their religion much.
Yeah, as much as you could have.
Yeah,
Or you felt,
I
or
could have
you
definitely
felt that
taken
you
it.
should have.
A part of me says I should have, but then another part of me says you did good with what you did.
Hmm.
You know,
So
they're
take
great
me,
people.
yeah. So take me back to Sister Fletcher.
Sister Fletcher.
Like, what were the conversations she had with you?
She would ask me about, my life, what I wanted to do with my life, what did I really believe in. Why don't I think that, you know, why is it just my religion? You know,
Hmm.
why can't it be somebody else's religion? She
Like,
would ask you questions that would genuinely make you think, you know.
so in terms of that, like saying it's your religion, was she talking about like Mormonism, or was she talking about like your personal religion,
My
or?
personal religion,
Oh, okay.
you know. She would actually make me stop and think, what am I doing? You know,
Hmm.
where do I want my life to be? Because I can't just focus my life on work, work, work like
Yeah.
I've been doing. You know, work, study, work, study. Because whenever I talk to her, oh yeah, I know I want to do this and this and this in my life, she's like, wow, you have goals. But in nothing that I hear, you want to live,
Hmm.
you know? Like I didn't, nothing that I said I wanted to enjoy life, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh crap,
That's deep.
right? And that's why I was like, that's why I have so much respect for her, you know?
Hmm.
Like she made me stop and think about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And shit. It was honest. I liked it because it was like a, hey, stupid, wake up.
Hmm.
What are you doing?
Hmm.
Because um, I was focused so much in the long term that I didn't stop and think about the short term.
Hmm.
And I feel like because I experienced that religion a little bit, I started thinking of short term things. Like that wagon. That's a short term thing.
Yeah.
You know? That was honestly maybe an impulse buy.
Hmm.
So
But you
um
enjoyed it. You know, you're gonna like
oh,
the process of it.
exactly, I'm gonna enjoy the process of rebuilding it. You
Yeah,
know?
because it's from the 1900s, something that you said, right?
Yeah, 1900s.
Kind of
I
like
think.
describe a little, like, because it's a 1900, like one of those like the wagons that you put in the back of your horse or something like that.
I think you're thinking 1800s or something like that, because not. I think cars were invented by the easy by the
Yeah,
1910s.
but not no one really had them though.
Yeah.
It was like the ultra rich.
So you would think of maybe a
I'm just
visual
trying to give
image.
like context to like,
Oh yeah, because
yeah,
they can't see us.
yeah.
Forgot. Um, so it's this wagon. It's wagon wheels actually, because the wagon itself was made out of wood. You could honestly think of it as like kind of like a really old carriage, you know, like you see in downtown Dallas how there are horses pulling carriages and
Mm.
stuff. Think of it like that, but the wheels are all rusted. The carriage is all broken down, and literally it's just little bits of the frame still holding two axles together, you know. And it's just broken. It's a very sad thing to see.
Mm.
It looks like trash at this point, you know. And those metal wheels, however, are worth $100 a piece, easy. And I went there and I bought it for all four for $100. I could, I could make my money 4 times over if I wanted to. But I want to rebuild that wagon and maybe just maybe add a little bit of my touches to it.
Hmm.
Not just go by the book. You know?
It's definitely the way to go.
Yeah, and that's something I'm gonna enjoy doing.
Hmm.
Because if I don't enjoy it, why did I do it? You
Yeah.
know? So that's what I think people need to learn how to enjoy things a little
And
better.
that's what they try to practice in the Book of Mormon,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
enjoying what you got here now in the present.
Yeah. Because they, although they do have that strict, like with the sisters, they have a strict schedule every day. They have to be in bed by 9 or 9:30. They have to wake up at 7 ish, I think. And the only days off they have are on Mondays, where they get to email their families, not call them, email them, and do anything they need to do, like go
Whoa,
grocery shopping or something like that. You know?
really?
Yeah. Although they do have like during those moments they do have strict lives, they promote like making the world better, making you enjoy your own life, you know?
Mhm.
And it's just a really nice conversation to have with them
Yeah.
because like I said, they make you think about what the hell you're doing.
Mm.
I personally started thinking, what the hell am I doing in school? You know? Why do I really want to be this? Am I really here just by my motivation or am I here by, my that's like you know how people have their parents telling them you need to be this or otherwise you're a failure in
Yeah.
life, you know? That's what I started thinking. Do I want to do this or is it because it's been drilled into me since I was little, you know? And maybe that's what it is. Maybe it was drilled into me since I was little. But graduating high school a um, with 4 different licenses in healthcare, which is my CNA, certified nursing assistant, patient care technician, electrograph, something, and what was the last one? Phlebotomy. I saw that no, I actually enjoy doing this, you know?
Mhm.
So hopefully, that's I keep that mentality that I do genuinely enjoy doing this and I don't start staring into God, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
You know? Because like I've been saying, if you don't enjoy what you're doing, why are you doing it?
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. Not only that, but it's just the way that people are taught in terms of, like you said, like their parents have these expectations on them, but of course it goes back to them where it's like you have to go to school, you have to get a job, you have to do this and that. So it's always work, school, work, school, work, school.
Exactly.
And they had this thing where for some weird reason it's okay to work 9 to 5 Monday to Friday for 40 years or 40 years plus. Like once you graduate, you spend your first 18 years whatever in high school.
Mhm.
Then it's like 4 to 6 to 8 years whatever it is in college.
Mhm.
And then after that it's just
Good luck.
yeah, good luck. You get a 9 to 5 job every day, you go to work Monday to Friday, and then you get shit faced on the weekend and do it again all over again that next week. You
Yeah.
do that for until you're 65,
You're basically
which
programmed
is
from the start.
yeah, they program you, and that's kind of my thing in terms of like the life expectancy in the US is around 78 to 80. I would
Mhm.
say that's good. So let's say you live that life. You spend your first, let's say, 24 years getting some sort of education, and then when you're 25 to 65, you just work.
Yeah.
What is that? It's 40
Not enjoying
years.
anything.
That's 40 years. Now you're 65, and you die at 80.
Yeah, you have
So
yeah.
that's 15 years
And what can you do in
that you
that
get
that
to
time?
live.
What can you
Not only
enjoy?
that, but like when you're 65 and you've been working 40 straight years of your life, like you're pretty drained.
You're pretty fucking tired.
Like
You have the
that,
time.
your kids are gone. Now you got grandkids, and who knows where the wife is, how she's doing,
Mm-hmm.
or vice versa. And you never really, you know that this one thing I never understood, like well, yeah, I get it, why people think this way, like the whole thank God it's Friday. The way I see it, it's that thank God 5 out of the 7 days are gone,
Yep.
and now it's Friday. Because I have 3 days to get shit faced before I have to do it again.
I have 3 days to recover, basically.
Recover slash get shit faced, go out, have fun, etc. But I just never got that. And there's so many people that are unhappy. They're like, oh yeah, dude, like work's been sucking. I've been doing this, blah, blah, blah. The boss is making me do this. Like, when are you really living?
Yeah.
And not only that, but especially here. Well, really, it's only here in the U.S. where you have to pay $100,000 to get a college education. It's not only that. So now you spend your first 24 years of your life in college or getting some sort of quote education,
Mm-hmm.
but now you're $100,000 in debt. What are you gonna do? You're young as fuck. You really haven't lived because you've been in education. You've been in some sort of system your whole life.
Yeah.
You haven't done shit.
So what? Let's say for some reason you don't graduate college. You still have that debt, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? You're going to find something, any low-paying job, pick up 2 or 3 jobs to try to pay off what you couldn't do, you know?
Try to pay off the interest because
Yeah.
you still have to pay them interest.
And usually loans for school are a 5.5% interest. Usually, if you're lucky. Yeah. If you get a loan out of the bank, normally it's maybe 7 to 10%
Yeah.
interest.
Yeah.
So, can you believe having to pay all of that for the rest of your life because the system encouraged you to go into debt?
Someone had told you to do that.
Yeah.
They literally told you to go to school, get a job. That's what I find really fucked.
Especially, there are some people still in college that are in their senior years and are undecided majors.
Really.
Yeah. They went from major to major and not being able to decide what they want to do.
See, that's also another problem because really, the human brain isn't fully developed until it's 20 when you're 25.
Yeah.
That's a proven fact. But when you're like in those first 24 years of your life, you're in a system.
Yeah.
You're in a simulation almost, simulation type thing. So you haven't really done much. So that's why you're skipping, like, maybe I want to do this, or no, I want to do this instead. It's simply because your brain hasn't developed yet. Like, shit, we're 20. We don't know what the fuck we want to do in 5 years. We don't know what we're going to do in 5 years. We have an idea, but that's because of what we're thinking right now.
Yeah.
But what's going to
And not
happen
only
in
that,
5 years?
do you remember in I think 7th or 8th grade, they sat us down and said, "Put in your interests. We're going to tell you what kind of job you should look for."
Yeah.
You remember that? They have you programmed from that grade and are trying to steer you into that direction. So in your head, you think, "Oh yeah, that's what I always want to do," but they have you programmed since that 7th or 8th grade year, saying, "Since this is your personality, this is what you should do."
Mm-hmm.
I um, remember my thing was doctor or trash man.
Really?
Do you see how big of a difference those two things are?
Did you ever get a why? You
No,
got that?
I done it. I don't remember it.
I don't remember what I got, but I know I've always been on some sort of shit. Like
Yeah, it
I'll
was
jump
like
around, but it's still similar ideas.
it was like okay, why this? And they don't tell you why. And especially as it's so unfair. As a seventh grader, you are immature. You're still going through puberty, but they expect you to have a plan out by that age.
Not only that, but once you enter high school, it's all about college from day one.
Yeah, you know, and
Day one, they're focusing you so much on getting you ready. Like those first 2 years are all about like you need to get the SAT done, you need to
yep,
get the ACT done, you need to take all these practice exams, you need to do this, the AP exam is coming up, this exam is coming up, blah blah blah. And then your junior years when all of that hits, your senior years like yeah, you gotta do applications, blah blah blah, get accepted, look for scholarships, etc. etc. You got all this stuff going on about college that you don't really think about a career. You just think about
yeah.
college. And then in college, of course, you got to do good because you want that because you're paying $100,000 to get that degree up on your wall.
A
So
piece of
even then, you're
paper.
not even thinking what you're wanting. You're just thinking about that degree.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you get that degree, it's like, well, fuck it, you got it. Now go do something. But you have to pay that $100,000
Mm-hmm.
somehow.
And that's something I don't find fair because whenever I took the ACT, because I didn't take the SAT, I I didn't prepare for it. I didn't do jack shit for it. I literally walked in there, took the test, came out, got my results. It was either 27 or a 28.
Hmm.
And then I know people that studied their ass off and made like a 21,
think it's
you
out
know,
of 26. Or what's the scale for the ACT?
32,
32.
yeah, or 36.
Mm.
And I'm like, huh, that doesn't make sense. Because in the United States, they teach you how to take tests. They don't teach you the material
They
on the
didn't teach you how
test.
to learn.
Yeah. I was a very good test taker. And then when I got to college, I saw, holy fuck, I don't know how to study. You know? They didn't teach me in high school how to process information and use that information on a practical level, you know? They told me this is what we're going to put on this piece of paper, memorize it.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you memorize it, you can forget about it. You know? And it's such a bad thing to do
It's very
because
toxic.
it's extremely
Dangerous.
because some people can't take tests. They
I know.
suck.
I know I can't.
Yeah. They under pressure they don't do good at all. They second guess themselves even though they memorize the material, you know? Tests are made to I believe not to test your knowledge of it, but to see if they can trick you.
They test your memory. That's what they
Yeah.
do.
They try to trick you with two options that kind of look the same.
Mm-hmm.
So, if it was up to me, I would try to, I don't know, if testing was necessary, maybe open-ended things,
I
you
just feel
know?
like there shouldn't be standardized tests in general. That's not the way to go about things.
There's this documentary that I'm trying to think of the name of that you need to watch. Um, it's about this guy that travels around the world, and he goes to different locations and takes ideas of their education system, of their work system, and says, America, why don't we do this?
Mm.
You know? And in the end, he's like, just kidding. America came up with these ideas. These countries just made them better.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see how those ideas actually, you know, how they actually work. But in the United States, how different they are.
Yeah.
Do you know which country has the highest, like, I guess the most smart people?
That should be Japan.
Japan or Finland?
Japan. Yeah, I was gonna say Finland.
because in Finland, I think it was in Finland at least.
It's
They
one of those
have
Scandinavian countries,
yeah,
probably Finland.
they have that. They have a system where students go to school 3 days out of the week,
Mhm.
and it's not like how we were, how it was from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. No, they probably go from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. You know,
Mhm.
and their system is more relaxed. The students know more languages. There was a student that knew 5 languages just cause.
Oh yeah. It's way more common in Europe, especially
Yeah,
because part of the reason is because all the countries are so small,
yeah, that's
so you
true.
kind of had to learn.
And they were just so much smarter. And you stop and wonder, why did that education system work? And why is the United States education system so bad? Why do they make us memorize pointless things?
Mhm.
You know? I remember telling my dad about history class and how we learned about the different wars, how we had to memorize certain details and stuff like that. And my dad was like, "Why?" I said,
Mhm.
what do you mean why? It's history. It's something we need to know." He's like, "No, what you need to know is why it started, how it ended, and maybe who fought in it.
Mhm.
And
How it
maybe
affected us.
how it affected us." Yeah. And I said, "What? No. We need to know major points in battles, how the US won this or how the US did better or
Mhm.
oh my god. We're focusing mostly on just the US, you know?
Mhm.
If you pay attention to our textbooks, you see most 8 times out of 10, the United States is always created to look like the the hero in a situation. Have you noticed that?
Oh yeah. I mean, obviously.
They have to,
Mhm.
They can't be promoting their country as, "Oh, we fucked up here. Whoops." You know? No, they're trying to give us the best things in our history, telling us why we're the superior country.
That's why they always say that we pulled out of Vietnam.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though, if you know a slight bit about history, you know we damn
We
well
lost in
lost.
Vietnam.
Yeah.
Not we pulled out in Vietnam. That's the stupidest excuse I've ever heard.
Yeah, 'cause it's impossible to win there. Like, it's thick jungle. That's all it is.
Terrain was different. We didn't have much intel on enemies. I respect people that fought in Vietnam.
Hmm.
You know, at the end of the day, they were just people following orders. They would. They
That's
should have
all.
thought. They should have thought about it for themselves. But if they did, that's treason, and the U.S. punishes that.
That's where it gets really tricky,
You know.
especially right now, 'cause you see like all these cops, everything that's going on right now, like cops, border control. Like
Mhm.
they'll say they'll shoot people, they'll do with this or what. They'll claim that they're following orders.
Mhm. But in reality, they're not. They're trying to.
Yeah, but
They
not
honestly.
only
They
that,
honestly try to.
and then I always use my bad. Sorry for interrupting, but I always use this just 'cause it's like the clearest example.
Mhm.
Nazi Germany.
Yep.
The soldiers will claim that they were following orders, but they would literally go into the camps, like to the sheds, and literally drag people out of their beds, out of like their wooden slabs,
Mhm.
and burn them to death, skin them, or do whatever. But they'll say that they're following orders.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
My thing is, yes, you should. You should, follow orders if you have to, because we gotta remember sometimes that the main system punishes people for not listening to them. You know, I'm not saying that it's an acceptable thing to see people do what they do.
mm-hmm.
That's not what I'm saying at all. But people that follow orders too well should also be punished. You know?
But it's also like that morale thing.
Yeah, it's that morale thing.
Like,
It's
like
just
for
this
example,
weird
with
gray line.
yeah,
You know?
because that whole thing with Jeffrey Epstein,
Yeah.
with the yeah, he was trying to blackmail people, but was he doing the right thing?
Mm-hmm. But you see where that landed him.
Yeah, don't. And then it's one of those things like, if you're, it's like they say, if you speak out, they're gonna shut you up.
Oh yeah.
But if you stay quiet, then you're also part of the problem because you know what's going on.
Exactly.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people like that. Like they went to the island. Maybe some of them didn't even know what's going on, but once they were there, they're like, "Oh shit, this isn't right." But they couldn't say anything.
Because otherwise, you know.
They would shut them up.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, like morale, like is that correct though? Because if you're not speaking, you're part of the problem. Because now you know what's going on that island,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not talking.
Because obviously, people are like, "Oh, I want to die for the cause," you know.
Mhm.
But do you really want to die? You know, I know very little people that want to die so young,
Mhm.
and especially for the people that couldn't. How do I say? Like they can't talk because of that fear. They know they're gonna die if they talk, you know.
Mhm.
So they just choose to shut the fuck up. But as in shutting the fuck up,
Now
they're
you're
now
part of the problem.
yeah, now they've made the ball a little bigger.
Mhm.
So now once they get caught, their
Just
lives
a
are
giant
ruined.
morality issue. That's because me personally, I just don't give a fuck. I'll just talk. Like even right now, like with a podcast, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying,
You're doing.
and like yeah, like that way, like you can't. That's kind of like another thing with the whole cancel culture.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like part of the reason is that they're trying to be too clean. When you portray yourself as a clean character, they're obviously gonna try to find. You remember that episode of Parks and Rec? We've been talking for 2 hours. We're just bringing up Parks and Rec.
Dude, no, you brought it up
Oh yeah, I
earlier.
brought it once. But you remember that episode when they're trying to bring up beef on each other?
Yeah.
That was. It's kind of like that weird thing that when you portray yourself as a clean character, like people are obviously gonna find something that's gonna look really, really bad on you.
Yeah.
And then I use Trump as a good example because that's really how he won the presidency. He's the dirtiest like politician person you can ever meet.
Yeah.
But just because he has so much dirt, like you can't really get much out of him
Yeah.
because he
Because
accepts it. He doesn't
He-
accept it necessarily, but he knows
he
what
knows
he
what
does.
he does. Yeah.
He knows what he did.
And at the same time, you just can't. He's done so much that if you say one thing, somebody else says another thing. Nobody can focus on just the one issue he's done, you know?
Mhm.
Because there's just so much wrong there
Mhm.
that people can't even begin to find which way to pick first.
Yeah.
That's why he's the way he is right now. Nobody can
That's
really
why.
get him.
Yeah. That's why. That's really why he won. Because there's no way of. It's like when you're trying to get your dog, and like trying to bathe him. Like your dog's really dirty, right? If you're gonna go climbing after him, you're gonna get dirty too.
Yep.
And that's what happens. They try it. They try to bring this up with Trump, and then you're like the Mr. Perfect or Mrs. Perfect. You're just gonna find something.
Oh yeah.
I remember that very first debate, whenever he was up against Hillary Clinton, with the whole like the RV, the tour bus, and then he was saying that stuff about women,
Mhm.
and they asked him about it. He even said it was, I forgot her name, but he just like randomly brought it up during the debate, and it was so out of
See.
it was so out of character. No, and then not only that. No, that was actually a different one. I mixed them up. But that tour bus one, that was like the day before, or like a few days before one of the debates against Hillary, and then he just stayed quiet. But you remember what he did like that day of? He flew in 5 women that accused Bill Clinton of sexual harassment.
Oh damn, I forgot
He
about
brought
that.
them over to the debate so they can talk.
Like I said, I feel like
That's a
with him,
fuck move, but at the same time, like,
with him, he doesn't have to debate. You know, he doesn't
mhm.
have to because people are always gonna bring up so much dirt on him. So
Like they don't even know where to go. Yeah.
instead of seeing how he can better what we're doing in the United States, he sees what his opponents is like, what dirt he can find on his opponents before he starts seeing what he can
Yeah,
improve.
and he blows that up.
Yeah, he tries so hard to make sure he looks like the better guy
Mm.
by throwing so much dirt on the other candidate.
Cause he already has way too much, so he dirties up the other one. Cause the other
Exactly.
one's super clean. But that's a crazy one.
Ah, politics are fucking. They're fucking
I
something.
don't. Yeah, I don't really get into it. Also, what people think about is that he was a businessman,
Yeah.
so the man knows how to sell.
Yeah, he knows how to sell himself.
So he's that, like, in terms of that, I do respect him because he is a genius when it comes to marketing.
Yeah.
Because that's literally how he ran his election. That's like a giant advertisement
Yeah.
for his brand, which is fucking crazy, but it worked.
I guess his idea is if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
No, but fuck, that's a crazy one.
Ah, fuck.
Well, shit, it was dope having you on.
Yeah, dude.
After
Fuck.
how long I've been trying to get you on?
You've been trying to get me on since after Rainy, actually.
Yeah, it was. It
I was
was
supposed
sort
to
of
be like
very.
I was about to be like the third or fourth person.
Yeah, it was sort of very beginning, but
But you know how it is. Restaurant comes up, I gotta take care of that. So
yeah, it'd be like that. But man, it was awesome having you on.
yeah, dude, it was fucking great. I didn't, how long did we talk for?
It was about 2 hours.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, you really get lost in the conversation here.
yeah. That's like it's right around the 2 hour mark.
Damn.
Yeah, I told you, man.
So anyway,
Conversations get hot like that.
right?
Yeah. Hey, man. Well, it was great having you on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Shit, it was fun. It was very
Oh
fun.
yeah, that's really the whole point of this. Just like have a good time, you talk to people. That's about it.
Well, sweet, man. Well, in that case, I may think. Do I have any final words to say? Shout out to Tom. That's what I'm gonna say. Shout out to Tom. Good night, Tom,
Shout out
and
to Tom.
maybe everybody else.
Yep. See everyone later.